Ladies of Reddit, what was the weirdest DM you ever got from a guy? You would be fuckable even if you were dead. Thanks. Or that's love. Run to him. Sweetheart. Oh. Lem think. I was in an online D&D group. And the only female. As well as the youngest. I was 14. And the oldest player. Who was 27. Would regularly flirt with me while we played, but I let it pass, and even was flattered by it, because it was in character. Until he messaged me saying how he would stare at the only picture I'd ever sent the group, which was of my dice. And featured some of my hand, every time he masturbated. And that he wished I could be his pet. Yeah. Blocked and left the group. Apologized to the DM. Though. From a guy in Spain who has the same, uncommon, last name as me. Hey. I think we are cousins? I hope not. I've always wanted to FCK an American. Add a joke about American being cousin fuckers and you got a solid pickup line. A guy sent me a video of him spreading his ass cheeks. Every time I blocked him, he would make a new account and do it again. It's happened 3 times. Don't know who he is and doesn't show his face. But I know his ass when I see it. Known. Edit. This was on IC. Not Reddit. It would be amusing if you got to meet a lovely, normal guy and started dating him. Only to find out by recognizing his ass that it was he who sent the video. Edit. My name is Reed as I am an alt. Error. Will you please mail me a box of your toenail clippings? I would be honored to chew them. I'm serious here. Should have asked for like $500 in exchange. I just got a message the other day from a guy asking me to send him 10 grand immediately. Yeah, okay. Typical Nigerian prince shit. However, when I told him he was a f-king idiot for thinking anyone would actually do that, he hit me with a DCK pic. I was not expecting that. It's like the 2 most annoying types of messages you can receive combined. I'm almost impressed. I'm not a girl, but a guy has said this to me. Hey baby. Why don't you come over and give me a good sucking with that mouth of yours? Here's my Snapchat, and then proceeded to send me a Rickroll link. I love that with an intro like that you clicked on link he sent. He wrote out how he saw our entire future together. Including meeting each other's families. Moving in together. Getting married. Buying a goat. Getting pregnant. Having a miscarriage. Nearly divorcing. Then mending the relationship and growing old together. Then he asked if I would consider going on this life journey with him. I would not. I blocked him immediately. Will you marry me? From my college boyfriend of one day. One cold winter, I got a DM from a guy who asked if he could use my thighs as earmuffs. Edit. Holy wow, thank you guys. I just woke up. Never had so many people resonate with something like this. I'm trying to reply to as many people as I can. I got a guy who asked me if I would use his face as a toilet. Not introduction. No build up. Just that. Can I have a tit pic? No WTF, come on, it's Halloween. Oh man. Guess I better be sending lots of PMs on Halloween. This guy was obsessed with me in high school. He was extremely antisocial. Ran like Naruto in the hallways and cut himself with scissors during class. I hung out with him one time during math class, and the next day he gave me a matching BFF necklace. He gave me the creeps and made me uncomfortable, so I avoided him in school. He still kept talking to me every day on Facebook for months. The last time we talked was when he told me that his abusive cousin girlfriend got pregnant and they're planning to name the kid after me. I blocked him real fuckskin quick after that. This dude who told me he was going to block me. The reason for that was because he was calling me hot, and I already don't respond well to compliments like that. I told him that made me uncomfortable and he started throwing a tantrum, I guess. And I was eventually blocked. Edit. I've been thinking of other weird DMs I've received, and this may not be the weirdest. But it's what this question made me think of, and it's definitely one of the weirdest. I could write an entire novel on this. Weirdest I can remember is this guy who recorded himself reading erotic fan fiction he had written himself and wanted me to listen to it. Lots of men become too attached and won't leave me alone either. In a relationship app, I received messages from several men offering me a green card. There is nothing in my bio indicating that I want to move to the USA. From the USA. Sorry about our dudes. They're f***ing gross from watching way too much porn. Do you ever wear heels to class so that people can see you toe cleavage? Double quote. Ugly guys with foot fetishes are the worst. It truly shames me that I have to count myself among them. At least once a week I get an Instagram DM request for a group chat that's just a link to an 18+ site and it says come join me here for some fun. Or something. I also got multiple follow requests from guys looking to be a sugar daddy. And my favorite. An Xbox message that just said be my gamer girl. Double quote. The first two are bad when you consider that I'm 15. The last one was just kinda funny. Weird guy here. I once wanted to date a chick I knew was selling puppies, so I orchestrated the sale of a puppy to a family member just to talk to her, then after send her this stupid ass message about how I should continue to stay in contact with her for the well-being of the puppy. We did stay in contact and eventually started dating, but like a month in we were laughing at that message. She said it was very awkward and she was like, just ask me out you weirdo. In hindsight it was obvious she was also interested. I was just an awkward turd who was terrified of rejection. Edit. Spelling. Please make me your toilet. Double quote. I remember ages ago Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator had one guy on it who they caught and his online username was Twink Toilet. Can you pretend to be my GF for Christmas? I told my dad I had a girlfriend. Double quote. You should have asked for payment. I'm coming to your state. Can I stalk you? I mean credit for asking before stalking, but come on. A guy messaged me on Whisper telling me in detail about the stuff he would do if we were to meet. No messages were sent by him before. Head. Shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. I'm a B-man but still. Over WhatsApp I got I want to slit your throat and FCK the hole. Block that motherfucker right away. Lol, that's a Slipknot lyric. Some dude wanted me to crap on his face, then sent me a video of his arsehole puckering. Romantic. He had such a way with words. Had a guy that used to patronize the gas station I worked at message me asking if I had any interest in him. I said I don't have any interest in anyone. Especially since he has a girlfriend. He basically explained his plan was to cheat on his girlfriend because he walked in on it and got to see it happen. So instead of leaving, he was going to try to convince me doing the same to her was a good idea. So gross. NSFW. Gentleman. Not a lady. But I had a weird neighbor who sent me DCK pics. It was totally random. I had seen him around but didn't really know him. And there was his dick. I'm pretty sure I know how he got my number. But why the DCK pics? No idea. Mild by the standards of some of these, but I got a DM from a guy on a Cupid giving me a diatribe about how I am eating meat and should be vegan. I told him there are plenty of places to debate the ethics of eating meat and being vegan besides messaging some random girl you have no intention on dating on a Cupid while you've got your morality hat on. It was so strange. A guy asked my wife to be his fart slave and sent a close-up video of him farting. Now I'm just curious of what the expectations of this would be. Full stop. Full stop. No thanks. One of those DMS that was describing a scenario. But straight off the bat. No hello. How's it going? Just. I unlock the door. You're standing by the stairs. Looking angry. What time do you call this? Your dinner is in the trash. You shout. I put down my keys and stride towards you. I grab you by the hair and lead you upstairs. I lay you down and take off your pantyhose. You giggle as you let out a pungent fart. It fills my nostrils and... I have never blocked anyone so damn fast. Guy I hadn't talked to since I was 11 sent me a video of himself rapping along to Rap God. He wasn't at all in sync with the music and was holding a wooden spoon for some reason. Wooden spoon is a reward for last place in a competition. I guess he got it in rap battles. After reading this, I kinda want to pretend to be a female just so I can get weird messages. Did this in GTA V. Was curious. I'm now disturbed. And feel bad for gamer girls everywhere. Lol. Are you shaved? And X200B. Was a go-to opening for years. Without greeting. Context or reason. Had hundreds of those. Not kidding. Those still were better than the pics. Started getting DMs from some random guy telling me that he hopes my family dies from corona and calling me a low IQ retarded bitch. When he started telling me to go back to where I come from and messaging Kaunima cunt. I put together that he was a racist targeting me for being Asian because I have the Vietnamese flag in my bio. Which he mistook it for the Chinese one. The stupidity gene runs high in racists. Your smile is so lovely. If you were a vampire, I wouldn't even be afraid of you biting my neck later. Kinda cute. But I think my standards for cute are a bit low after reading all these comments XD. Not a DM, but I once received a 2-page poem that described how distracting my breasts were and how he wanted to smear Cheeto dust Cheetle on them to lick off. I had known the guy for a couple months. He will forever be known as either Poem Guy or Cheeto Guide to my friends. Back in high school I had a guy pass me a note describing how he'd pay me at school. That was a fun school year. Guy told me, a B-girl with a long-term woman partner, that I just haven't had good enough DCK and that he could change that. Lol, blocked that guy after saying that move is never gonna work on anyone. No, you're supposed to reply the same to him. You're gay. You just haven't had a good enough DCK yet. Double quote. Will you step on insects and film it for money? Here's an example video. A guy wanted to pay me to send him a picture of my nose. The dude had a nose fetish, but he was also very specific about dimensions. He wanted the pics with a ruler to show that the nose is only a little bit more than 1.5 inches wide. I ended up not doing it BC, I was way too creeped out over $10. Not a DM, but a message on Tinder. How many 4-year-olds do you think you could kill before the 4-year-olds kill you? Or something like that. We dated for a couple of months. One asked me when the last time I ate meat was because he had a meat eating fetish. Someone else asked me to send them a video of me crushing live-in sex with my bare feet. I'm just gonna bookmark this thread. I kinda wanna see how f-ked up men can be. So this wasn't exactly what he led with. But this guy and I were talking about sexual preferences. And he began to go into extreme detail of how he fantasizes about raping a 9-year-old girl with me, coming in her, and having me drink it out of her. I immediately vomited. I was 14. I later found out he was 32. A dude messaged me, what does boyfriend's name here have that I don't? Double quote. Me. Dude lol. A guy on Tinder offered to pay me by the pound to gain weight and send him update pictures. Fanning my but what if I'm gay fire. Him. Would you like my thick CCK inside your ass? Me. No thanks. Him. Shrugs, suit yourself. I had never been so confused since, but at least he took the no for an answer. Not the worst, but I was asked if I would send feet pics. He sent me 9 more messages and then offered to pay me. Not my proudest moment. But I got $100 out of that. Not a lady, but I did pretend to be one to scam HRNY Indian dudes, and my favorite has to be will you hot me. I'm 15. And a man in probably his 40s said he wanted a friendship with me. The next message was I want you as a soulmate, and when I said I was underage he said things like age is just a number and I don't care and that's okay. I get creepy men in my DMs all the time. So I have a folder of screenshots from them on my phone. Picture of limp member next to a half-smoked cigarette. I bet you'd like to suck on this. Ha. Babe. Double quote. Well. Yeah. Actually. It's been 2 years since my last smoke and I'd love to finish off that camel. Hi. You're really pretty but I'm thinking you're not going to say hello to me? Double quote. Lol. Well okay, guess not then. Hey. X. I randomly saw you on the internet and I'm not sure if you're a dom or anything like that or not. But you have a great aura about you that makes me want to submit. I was wondering where may I send tributes? As a very beta boy I feel it's my duty. See. Word for word. I FK'd up when I didn't send him my Venmo. I posted a picture of my hair, which had my face in it, to ask about my hair color and a man messaged me saying he'd love to cream pie my face. And then men calling me sexy and then deleting the messages when they find out I'm a minor. I've already married you and divorced you in my mind. Strange way to introduce oneself. I thought. Hey girl. Are your legs an Oreo? Because I wanna spread them apart and eat the good stuff in between. Double quote. Obviously. I had an orgasm just from reading it and definitely did not block him.